Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Press Box. Brian Carson here with my co-host Kenny Marner. And how you doing, Kenny?
Doing good so far. Happy New Year, Brian. First time
Same to
talking to you.
you.
Um,
Same to you. Did you enjoy your New Year's? Did you get drunk and all that stuff?
no. In fact, if I drank anything, it was a cold medicine. Still hanging on to that cold that hit me towards the end of December. But I think I can see the light, at the end of the tunnel now, and things are starting to look better, feel better. So, how about you?
I am so old. I was in bed at 10:30. I didn't watch the ball drop. I didn't hear any fireworks or shotgun blasts. I was in bed at 10:30 and out like a light.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. I did have my annual snack appetizers at night. I get cheese. Depends. It could be Colby Jack, cheddar, and Triscuit crackers,
Mm.
and I just munch. I've done that every New Year's Eve,
Oh wow.
and then watch football and all that good stuff. But I went to bed. I went to
Yeah,
bed.
I don't blame you. You wouldn't have missed anything if you were watching the Packer Vikings game. That was a snoozer for sure. That led up to New Year's. So
Yeah. Let's talk about a great thing.
hmm
The Rams are in the playoffs.
yes, definitely.
I saved an ESPN article at the beginning of the season where it said the Rams would be 5-12.
Mm.
I wonder what they're thinking now.
Well, I know a lot of people were saying they're the most dangerous team in football right now.
I think they are, except for there's two things that concern me. Our kicking game is absolutely garbage.
Hmm.
Our special teams in general. We've missed 11 field goals this year, which is the most by any team since 2015.
Hmm.
And we've given up 3 punt returns for touchdowns.
Mm.
2 in the last 3 weeks. If there's one weakness on the Rams, it's special teams. That's what concerns me. Now, I want to play the Lions, which would be great. You know, that Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford thing.
hmm
But I know the 49ers are resting McCaffrey, but I heard today we got a playoff clinched. We could either be 6th or 7th. That's it.
Yeah, I heard they're resting Stafford for you guys
Yeah,
too.
Stafford is not playing. It's going to be Carson Wentz
Mm.
at quarterback. I'm sure Kupp's going to rest. Kyron Williams will rest out. The only one they're going to leave in is Puka Nacua so he can get the rookie record.
Now, how far is he from that?
He needs 4 catches and 29 yards to be the all-time NFL leader by a rookie single season in receptions and yards.
Topping Sterling Sharp, right? Is that who?
No, the catches were Jalen Waddle of the Dolphins.
Oh, okay. All right.
He has 104, and Nacua has 101.
Mm.
And the receiving record, I don't know when. Who he played for or how much yardage there is. But he's 29 yards away from Bill Groman. This is a record, I think, that's been around for 63 years. So why in the hell are they talking C.J. Stroud as Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I know he's done okay for a rookie quarterback, but hey, he was supposed to. He was the number 2 pick overall. Puka Nacua was a 5th rounder. He's the Tom Brady of wide receivers. To be ignored, and now he's like this. Did you see any of that Giants game?
No. I just want the flashes, the highlights there towards the end on during some of the games that I was watching.
He's physical.
Mm.
He's tough. He had a little out pattern that got like the pass was actually like 6 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He broke the tackle and turned it into an 80-yard gain.
Mm-hmm.
6-yard pass to an 80-yard gain.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 74 yards after the catch.
And the crazy thing is Stafford wasn't throwing him too much. He was injured, wasn't he? He wasn't even getting thrown
Yeah.
to QB1.
Yeah, they want him to rest up. He's been banged up.
Mm-hmm.
First this year it was the thumb. Now it's his, and then it was the ribs. Who knows what it is now?
Yeah, didn't he have problems with his arms last year? His one arm?
Oh, yeah, his elbow. He had to have surgery. Cost him the season, half the season. But you see him when he does. When he's healthy, he's lights out.
Mm-hmm.
He is. But it's just these younger guys that they got have just blossomed like nobody. I didn't even expect it. I'm a diehard Rams are, everything positive about the Rams. Kyron Williams, second in the league in rushing, was a 5th-round pick last year. Kobe Turner, who nobody's talking about, 3rd-round pick this year. Last week against the Giants, tied Aaron Donald's NFL rookie record for sacks.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So that means you guys will be relevant for the next 3 or 4 years with the rookie record. Yeah.
Exactly. We have 5 rookies starting on this team.
Mm.
Now, one really doesn't count. It's the punter.
Yeah.
But he's got a leg. But we got Kobe Turner at nose tackle. Outside linebacker Byron Young is 2nd in the league for rookies at sacks. Steve Avila is our starting left guard. And Puka Nacua at wide receiver. And they're all low-round picks. Hell, Cooper Kupp himself was a 3rd-rounder.
I'll tell you what, who's ever scouting for you guys better get a raise.
And the coaching staff. Honestly, we're going to the playoffs, and our starting left tackle was an undrafted free agent. Left tackle. Most important spot on the line, and he's an undrafted free agent.
Wow.
All right. What do you want to talk about? We were going to talk about, I'll be up front with our crowd. I had it on the, when I posted that we're going to have a show, I had that we were going to review 2023. But we're going to push that back another week. And we'll review that. We thought there was a guest that was going to come on. They're going to come on later. So we kind of got thrown for a loop, didn't we, buddy?
Yeah, we did.
So tonight is just going to be an hour of bullshit, which we like to do.
So there's been a lot of good stuff going on, especially down Mifflin County way, to talk about. To probably
write it down for us. Start.
Yeah.
Before we start, did you hear about this weather? It's supposed to come on the weekend.
Yeah, but I've heard so many different things. It's like, do you go out for your bread and milk yet, or do you hold off, or
I guarantee you, with me, it wouldn't be bread and milk. It would be soda. Got to get the soda.
Oh, yeah. Get that caffeine.
Yeah, you know how it is, people talking.
Mm-hmm.
It'll start out 3 to 5, go 6 to 10, and pretty soon they'll say, we're going to get 36 inches of snow.
And then it actually be dusting.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't, because Mifflin County is down at the Grizzly Doles.
Mm.
And Juniata has their own doles. The pool. This is the pool. They have 2 doles, pool and bracketed. This is the pool.
Mm. And I believe Penns Valley, are they hosting the Oh, I think they might be hosting one as well. The wrestling team.
Yeah. Have you seen Bald Eagle Wrestling yet?
No, haven't got a chance yet to see them.
Okay. I was going to ask you about their 121 pounder.
Mm.
His name's Caden. I think it's Judice. Judice. I wanted to see him.
Mm.
He is a, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat.
Mm.
He is a sophomore, but as a freshman, he was a state champion in Louisiana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know how in the hell he got up here, but he's doing pretty good. I think he's like 11-1, 11-2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what he was like, but you haven't seen him yet.
Now I have them lined up when I was going to see them this weekend at Penns Valley's tournament, and if not, I have them scheduled later on in the month for them when they go up against Penns Valley. So in an actual dual meet, yeah.
I got to check here real quick so we get that right. I want to find out. I'm going to go to the Rams. They are at, it's the Biggie. The Laurel Highlands Championship. Are you going to that?
I'm not sure. Where does it say? I thought it was
It's at Tyrone.
Oh, Tyrone. That's not too far. Might be one definitely to make a trip to.
Bishop McCord's going to be there.
Oh, okay.
And they're studs. Really. Bo Bassett at 139 is ranked number 1 in the nation.
Oh, wow.
At 139, and Jax Forrest at 127 is ranked 2nd in the nation. Yeah.
Now,
Bo Bassett.
Is it me, not to change the subject, but has there been more tournaments this year than there has been dual meets?
Yeah.
It seems like there's quite a bit of tournaments compared to last year.
You go through these phases. Everybody was into the dual meet stuff, like the quads and all that. But then, you're coming to tournament time is different than frickin' duels. I'm glad they went back to more tournaments because you got to get used to that tournament atmosphere because sometimes you're going to be wrestling 4 or 5 matches. You got to be ready.
Mm-hmm.
But at that tournament, you were talking about Laurel Highlands is they're all there. Bald Eagle area, Bellefonte, Penns Valley, and Phillipsburg.
Wow.
Are all there.
Mm.
Then you got Bishop McCord. They're going to win. I mean, people go, yeah, you're Kreskin. It's like, that's easy to predict. Bishop McCord will win it, and then second place will be between, let's see, I'm looking, Bald Eagle area and Forest Hills and Clearfield. That's going to be interesting when Forest Hills comes in there with McCord. Because about 3 or 4 kids that are on McCord's team, they took from Forest Hills.
Oh.
Including Bassett.
Oh, that should be real interesting.
Oh, yeah. It won't be any love there.
Mm-mm.
But the Huskies here, we'll get them now since we're into the wrestling thing. This is a first for them. They are at the Grizzly Doles in Indiana, PA. It's a nice little trip. Oh, no, it's thought it was Indiana, excuse me, at Elizabethtown High School. Still a trip.
Yeah.
There's only 6 teams. Elizabethtown, Mifflin County, Palmyra, Redland, Waynesboro, and York Suburban. And I'm going to be brutally upfront honest, okay?
Okay.
None of these teams will challenge Mifflin County. None. They'll blow them all out. They just will. No contest. It'd still be fun to cover. To write about. And then, well, you got all the Center County teams there. Juniata is at their duels. And this one, the pooled duels, has some good teams, but one really tough team. They got, of course, Juniata, East Pennsboro, Mercer, Sayre, Salisbury, Steel High, Susquehanna Township, Susquehanna, and then Montgomery, who has 5 kids state ranked. 2 of them are ranked number 1. The Hara brothers. So if I had to guess, they'll bracket Juniata and Montgomery separately, and that's what'll be the finals. They'll meet. Because Juniata under Barrick, Chad Barrick and Adam Barrick, and Jared Dressler, they brought Juniata back. They're doing really well.
Yeah, it's nice to see. Didn't they say a couple of years back they had just barely enough to have
They had 7. They had 7. Back then there was 14 weights. Half of them they had to forfeit. Now they're only down 1. They don't have a 107-pounder. But that's hard for a lot of teams to fill. Now, on the other side of that coin, sad one, I looked. Steel High, state champions in football, right? They have 3 kids on the wrestling team.
Wow.
Honest to God, I don't even know why they're coming.
Yeah.
3 kids. So they are forfeiting 10 weights. Sayre has 6 kids. Sad, huh?
It is. It is.
You know, Steel High, their rallying cry is, wait till football season comes back. You know, back-to-back state champions. You just wait.
Yeah, the Steel High basketball team was actually up in our area, or Mifflin County here over the holidays.
They actually had a score where there must have been Steel High. There must have been a penalty given, but they lost like 60-something to -1.
Oh, my. Wow.
And if the fans did show up, that's what they were screaming. You wait till football. We're going to pour it on. So, yeah, wrestling going to be a busy, busy weekend. I'm writing up the Juniata pooled duels, and I'm writing up the Grizzly duels. Do you want them?
Sure, love them.
Okay.
Definitely.
Doing it for the Sentinel too, but it's a joy to write wrestling. You know how I feel about that.
Oh, yeah.
So, hoops. Let's go right off. Tomorrow night on the hotline, I'm going to have Wade Curry, Mifflin County boys basketball. 6-4 start. Have you seen them yet? Have you covered them? And what are your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. I actually got a chance to finally see them here during the holiday tournament there, the Justin Henry Scholarship Tournament. They had a whale of a game against Central Mountain, who up until that point were undefeated. So I think I texted you about this with Bilger was real hot. Had over 30 points and about 14 rebounds. So, but it was one of those total team efforts that they talked about when they were on the show. When one would get hot, when they'd work inside out, Jack Curry was very spot on in his shooting. They have a very good team led by a very spunky defense. So um, there's going to be some more good things. People are going to come in and to the dog pound and not be like it has in previous years. They're going to be a little hesitant to see what these guys have.
Yeah, because it helps with Bilger's height explosion. It's hard
Hmm.
to guard. It's hard to guard in high school, 6'7".
Hmm. And what's nice is he can go from inside out too. He's last year he played a lot from the outside, but they've worked him inside now. But that experience last year is going to help too. Uh, if they ever get blocked out
Yeah,
of the down below.
yeah. Well, they better work him inside 6'7". But if you remember from the show, I was one game off. I said he
Hmm.
was going to get 30 and 15
Hmm.
against Cedar Cliff, and it ended up being Central Mountain.
Hmm. And
So
that game that we talked to them, they lost, but it was like by 2 points. Um, when we the day after we talked to them, so they're in every game they play, even with the championship game against Mannheim Central. They were actually up at one point in the contest, even though they lost by 8. Um, so they've been, um, their record might even be better than what it says on paper.
yeah, they've been competitive pretty much every game.
Hmm.
When last year, there would be a certain point where everything would fall apart
Hmm.
and they'd get wiped out.
Yeah, you'd wait till like the first couple minutes of the third quarter, and that's what seemed to be their Achilles heel last year. That those couple minutes right after halftime, and then by the time they turned stuff around in the fourth quarter, it was a couple minutes too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so tell me about. We'll get to girls in a minute. Tell me what some of your thoughts on the boys hoops up in your neck of the woods in Center County.
We have we actually have the gambit up here. We'll start with the teams that are really doing well, and that's again, believe it or not, even though they lost a lot of players from last year's District Six championship team, Belfont continues to roll. They don't seem like they've missed a beat.
The
Um,
Raiders.
yeah, they're good again this year. Going to probably go deep into the playoffs. Bald Eagle. I don't know if you know, but their head coach Chris Glunt um, reached the 100-win mark for his career uh, over the holiday season. So,
Yeah, that's
Bald,
nice.
Bald Eagle is
Well,
doing real
that's
well.
crazy. When you think of bald eagle, you don't think basketball.
Right.
You just don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Think of wrestling,
Mm-hmm.
football, softball. Baseball.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, they're pretty damn good at a bunch of sports.
Mm-hmm. Oh
It's
yeah.
because you ever been up there? Really been up there? You ever been up that way? Besides just going to the school.
Oh, not very often. No.
Here's the secret why they're good. You want to know
What was that?
why they're good at athletics? I lived for 10 years in Clarence,
Okay.
like about 3 miles from Snowshoe.
Okay.
There is nothing to do. So if you want to escape that place, you must be good at sports.
Mm.
They have two things. I mean, if somebody hears this, they're going to be mad at me. They have two things up in Bald Eagle: good sports and lots of bars. That says it all.
Mm.
I lived there 10 years. I know. Clarence is like at nighttime, pitch black. You can hear the bears outside your home. It's like, oh my God, where am I at? That's why. Now you know the secret.
Gotcha.
It's like, I got to get out of here. Like Wyalusing. Wyalusing for a while, 80s, 90s, was a powerhouse in wrestling.
Mhm.
And then my wife's brother had a pizzeria up there. And we went to visit. And that's when it hit me why Wyalusing is good in wrestling. They have nothing. It's smaller than Clarence. They had her brother's pizza shop and a Subway. I swear to God, that was it.
Oh, wow.
That was it. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, I would want to get out of here too. All right, I'm sorry. Go on.
No,
Go
you're
on.
fine. And I think Bald Eagle and Phillipsburg are going to have good enough years to make the playoffs. I haven't got a chance to see the PO boys in action, but I keep up with them, through different sources here, and they've got a half decent team. But the one team, of course, that is probably going to lead the way is State College. That's almost a given every year.
Of course.
So we got some teams that are working on their game, like we have the St. Joe's boys. They're starting to win a few here and there. They got off to a slow start, and Penns Valley, they got off to a slow start as well. But the hoops are pretty good here, boys wise. Girls wise, on the other hand, it's a work in progress.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, well, Bellefonte has a new coach and new players. Bald Eagle, they had a heck of a tough schedule at the beginning of the year, starting to get some wins now. St. Joe's, of course, is probably going to go through undefeated this year.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bethany Irwin's there, and they got J.C. Cunningham from Mifflin County, a girl or two from BG.
John Crispin, his daughter, I believe, is.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm pretty sure that's his daughter playing.
I can't remember his name, but his brother played at UCLA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember that.
Wow.
Well, that's okay then. No wonder they're undefeated. I mean, never mind. I'll get myself in trouble tonight. I was going to say a fact. The TVL in basketball is weak. It is. Let's be upfront about it. It's weak. Sorry. Facts are facts. It's definitely not Mid-Penn.
No, definitely not. And the I think St. Joe's has like 16 players, 12 to 16 players.
Wow.
Where in the TVL it's getting harder and harder to even field a team,
Watch what the TVL commissioner email us. You dirty bastards. How dare you?
No more updates for me, I guess.
Right. It won't affect me. It'll hurt you. I'm sorry. Go ahead. So St. Joe's, pretty good.
Yeah. And Penns Valley and Phillipsburg are also works in progress. Young players, it's just like a rebuilding spot for most of these teams. So you get to see all kinds of different types of basketball girls wise up here. So
what about down there? Oh yeah, okay. I was looking here at their website. They are 7-0. St. Joe's, if this is right on Max Prep. And let's check their scores out, because I'm just curious how easily they're winning in the TVL. They got Susquehanna next Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Ooh, they beat Phillipsburg 77-27. Beat Mo Valley 59-17. beat Juniata 68-43, beat Midwest 56-14. Their closest game was 52-49 to Penns Valley. Ouch.
Yeah.
Running away with it. So, yeah, Naomi Crispin, you are right. Point guard. And J.C. Cunningham, small forward.
But
Right.
they're really good inside. They have a girl, Ava Shear, who's the center there. She's like the basically the center of their offense. Everything runs through her.
Okay.
And whenever she starts working it inside and having that inside game going, she has a lot of outside 3-point shooters that she can throw it out to kick it out and hit the easy three. I think the one game I covered was against EJ, and they had about 4 or 5 triples.
What about the Juniata County schools, boys and girls?
Well, both.
What's going on with them in hoops?
Well, right now, number 1 seed in District 6, I believe 4A, or maybe it's 3A, belongs to the Juniata girls. I got the chance to see them over the holidays as well. Very good team, very physical. They dominated in their win against Belleville or Bellefonte whenever I covered them. So, the boys are still trying to get their way up to 500. East Juniata boys, I believe they're teetering around the 500 mark as well. And the East Juniata girls, don't know too much about them. I don't believe they have a lot of wins under the belt right now, but you've got Coach Queasy down there, and always seems to get the best out of his kids. So, we'll have to see before the season's over. They make that turnaround.
Nice. I was looking at these. You had me curious looking at the basketball seedings of where teams are.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, we're going to talk about Mifflin County now. I know they're only single A. Williamsburg. They're the number 1 seeds, and they got a guard. I think her name's Lindsay Royer. That girl is good. I don't know. Let's see. In the boys, Juniata would be 4A, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. They're 5. Well, here up to this point, it says they're 5-4.
Oh, okay. I knew they were kind of at the 500 mark, but I wasn't sure.
Bald Eagle area, they have 4-5. Penns Valley 2-6. Phillipsburg 1-7. Ouch. And for those who are curious, in the rankings, Mifflin County is the top seed in AAA.
Oh, nice.
6-4. State College is number 2. They're 4-4. And Altoona, I know they played more than that. They have Altoona 0-2.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. They better have anyway.
That's the boys' side.
Mm-hmm.
The girls, Mifflin County, unfortunately, 4-6. They are the 3rd seed. State College is 2 at 6-3. Altoona number 1 at 8-3.
Oh, wow.
And 4A, Juniata number 1 seed, 8-3. And then in AAA, Bald Eagle area, 9th seed, 4-5. Oh, yeah, the girls are the same record as the boys. That is weird. Really? Wait. Is that a typo? No, the girls have the exact same record as the boys. In
Uh-huh.
for Bald Eagle area, they're 4-5 boys and girls. Penns Valley 2-6 boys and girls, and PO 1-7 boys and girls.
Oh wow,
That's crazy.
that's odd.
So tell me, I've watched some streams and stuff. What are your thoughts on the Mifflin County girls? My thing before you go, I want to see if you agree or not. I think their biggest issue is size. They don't have any. They don't have any. And honestly, I don't think they have, like, they were spoiled with Marissa. I don't think they have a true point guard.
That's what I was going to say. They don't have that, and they don't have that attack, that person that they can go to when things get tough. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Marissa was kind of always their insurance policy, where they're trying to find that person now that would be clutch under pressure.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, they have kids that are decent, but
Mm-hmm.
they're missing, I think, that point guard and that size. Because Aaron told me, but in the past he's had Pavlova and that stuff, and some other girls. Their tallest kid is 5'9".
Jeez.
And you still, even though it's high school, you see girls that are 6'1", 6'2",
Mm-hmm.
6'3".
You see a lot of them down in the mid-pen. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I think that's just what his problem. But I think Aaron really, he's a competent guy, but I think he realized with what he lost, Marissa and Bodorf and that this was going to be a rebuild.
Yeah. And they're hanging in there.
Yeah, they're 4-6. It's not like they're god awful.
Right. And as they go along, they'll start to get more comfortable in their roles as soon as they, it's all about feeling comfortable and knowing what to expect from one another, and they play tonight. Was anxious to see how they do tonight. They were playing at home against Lower Dolphin, I believe.
Ah. Well, here's the thing. Like what I mentioned about the point guard, why I brought that up is I watched the stream when they played Williamsburg in the tournament. And Williamsburg, this Leanne Royer was a true point guard.
Okay.
She was on the break. She was dishing it. And they pop it back out to her, and she'd nail the three. Drive into the basket, getting fouled, and we don't have that.
No.
We got outside shooters that are all right. Amelia Leister's okay. Malin Gingrich. But we don't have that inside presence.
Yeah.
And that true point guard. Just my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely agree with that.
Got to go back to wrestling a second. Want to give a giant shout out to Parker Kearns for winning the Neil Turner Classic. He was supposed to meet Everett of Pittston, the third-ranked guy, but he medical forfeited out, and Parker got the win. I know he didn't want to win that way, but he wrestled a great tournament. Mifflin County had 8 medalists.
Nice.
We are a team that has decent balance. We're good in tournaments. We may get beat in dual meets because we don't have those, like, except for Parker and that, we don't have the hammers. You know what I mean? Like State College has. But we finished second at Neil Turner, and we're going to be a decent tournament team because of the balance. Now, State College went to the biggie, the Powerade.
Oh.
And you know why they went to the biggie? Because they've got 3 absolute animal studs in their lineup. Pearson Manville at 145 won the title. Manville was ranked number 1 in the country at 145. He beat the number 2 guy in the country, Jack Consiglio of Malvern Prep. 160, Asher Cunningham, a junior who's going to Penn State. He committed to them, won at 160. And then Nick Pavlechko at heavyweight, second in the state last year. He's going to Indiana. He won his tournament. So 3 champs for the Little Lions. And those three, they had a couple other kids too, but those three alone were enough to put them in 7th place in the Powerade. And the Powerade is considered, Ironman in Ohio is considered the toughest high school tournament in the country. Powerade's considered number 2 or 3, whichever you want. Some people say Beast of the East is number 2. I say Powerade's number 2, but whatever.
And where was Powerade held at?
It's at Cannon McMillan High School outside of Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
And studs were there. Studs. Wyoming Seminary up in Kingston, near Wilkes-Barre.
Mm-hmm.
They are the number 1 team in the United States of America. They came and won. Bo Bassett was there, who we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Jax Forrest was there. It was just great wrestling, and congratulations to State College. Baldy Galeria went down to the Trojan War tournament in Chambersburg and won it. Because they got 4 hammers. Tanner Gano, one of the top freshmen in the country, at 107, he won, I think. Yes. 121 was Caden Judice. I think he was 3rd. 27, Lucas Phi won. And Caleb Close at 189 won. Are you impressed with me, Kenny? I don't have a sheet up for this.
That is impressive.
This is all from memory because not to brag, this is all from memory because I am a wrestling geek. And then Phillipsburg and Bellefonte came to the Neil Turner 2. Phillipsburg and Bellefonte each had 3 medalists. Wyatt Long at 107, Ezra Swisher at 139, and Noah Weaver at 145 for Bellefonte. For Phillipsburg, it was Connor Gano at 114, Marcus Gable at 145. He made it to the finals and lost in the finals. And then the other one was, oh my Lord, Avery Gable at 107. Caleb Hummel, who's state ranked, was not there. I don't know if he's injured or what. But there, we just went through the wrestling. Judy Atta won the Newport tournament.
Very impressive.
With 4 champions. Madriaga, I think his name is, at 114. Harrison Muma, 189. I knew I was going to draw a blank. And 2 other guys. But, Judy, as we said, wrestling well.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll see what happens. I don't know if they have. I'm going to check that real quick. Do you want to talk about any wrestling that you've covered? Your thoughts on it?
Well, actually, I haven't got to too many wrestling matches. A lot of them happen.
My Lord, Kenny. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I do have a question for you. This is from the collegiate part of it. What is the deal with AJ Ferrari?
AJ Ferrari. Oh, man. Can I be upfront here in this?
Sure.
All right. For anybody listening, I'm going to give you a warning. Excuse my language. AJ Ferrari is a piece of shit. That's about it. He is an arrogant little bastard. Well, he's not little, he's big. But he's just one of the most narcissistic athletes in any sport I've ever seen. Here's what went down.
Okay.
There was the Soldier Salute tournament in Iowa. And he was at Oklahoma State. Won a national title as a freshman. This was 2 years ago.
Okay.
His teammates couldn't stand him. He was accused of sexually assaulting a woman. Another college student.
Right. Wow.
So Oklahoma State decided to get rid of him. So for 2 years, he didn't wrestle. Well, Iowa, Tom Brands, who's so desperate to try to beat Penn State, recruited his two brothers. Anthony is there right now, and Angelo is coming next year. So AJ, after 2 years, has been training in the Iowa gym. And everybody's saying, okay, he's going to transfer there to Iowa, and they're going to accept him.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrestled his first wrestling in 2 years at the Soldier Salute. He wrestled a guy who is going to be his teammate, Zach Glazier, the current starter at 197 for Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Glazier and him go into overtime. Ferrari got a late takedown. Honestly, he's got strength. He's a boring wrestler. He's a counter guy. He's got great defense. He waits for the guy to shoot, and then he counters.
Okay.
But his wrestling style is like watching paint dry. So he gets the takedown, and looks like he was going to win. 3-1 overtime, it's over. As he's getting up, this is a guy, I'm going to repeat, that's going to be his teammate. And he pushes him on the head as Glazier was trying to get up. So Glazier got mad and got in his face. And you know what Ferrari did? Punched him.
Really?
Yes. So, and then gives him the finger. So that's flagrant misconduct. Flagrant misconduct. Referee gives the match to Glazier. The fans start booing. Iowa, their own fans, start booing Ferrari, who wants to transfer there. Ferrari gives them double birds. He flips off the crowd.
Wow.
Now, why would you want a guy that doesn't respect his teammates or the damn fans or the university?
Wow.
He is
that bad.
Yeah, he is what I said, a piece of shit. I've been a wrestling fan, oh my God, since I've been 6. So I'll give my age away. That's 51 years. I have never seen this happen before in my life, where an athlete is giving the middle finger to the crowd. Now, I don't know what they're going to do. It looks like Brands actually still wants him, believe it or not. But another side story to this, Cody Chittum was a big recruit for Iowa. He transferred to Iowa State. And everybody was wondering, why the hell would you leave Iowa? And he said, because they got not AJ, who's coming, but his younger brother, Anthony, because his exact words were, they brought in Anthony Ferrari, and I don't want to be on a team with any of the Ferraris.
Wow.
Now, you've got Iowa's own team. And here's the funny part. The fingers, everybody is focused on that. But his brother Anthony wrestled too in this tournament. He's a redshirt freshman. He got beat and pushed his guy. They are punks. They are punks. And if I was the head of the university or the athletic director, I would tell Brands after this, they are not coming to my university. But that's up to them, whatever they want to do. All I know is he's at 197. If he wrestles Aaron Brooks, if Zach Glazier took him into overtime, Aaron Brooks will kick his ass all over the mat. And it won't even be close. So bring him in, Tom Brands. They're still not going to beat Penn State. They're not.
Wow. What a year for Iowa. Holy heck.
And then the thing is I went on the Iowa Wrestle message boards and that, and I give credit to the fans don't want him there either. After what happened with you,
no,
you pay your money to go there, and this guy flips you off. But he's still in the Iowa wrestling room.
Wow.
That says all you need to know about Tom Brands in Iowa.
Exactly.
And I'll tell you, this could ruin their program. I never thought I'd say that about the Iowa Hawkeyes, but if you've got these people, other wrestlers that don't like them that much, you might see massive transfers out of Iowa.
Wow.
We'll see what happens in a couple of days, but that's the AJ Ferrari story.
Okay. I saw bits and pieces of it, but I didn't see the full story. And I knew if anyone would know the inside and out, that would definitely be you.
Yeah, he's always flexing and all. I mean, I never, it's not all, but some in this generation, or because of social media and that, are so narcissistic that all they give a shit about is getting attention.
Mm-hmm.
And that's him, in a nutshell. I don't care if I win or lose, as long as you pay attention to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Penn State does it the right way. That's why they've won 10 championships in 12 years. But hey, all right, what do you think of the bowl games? The CFP, Michigan, Alabama, and Washington, Texas. Couldn't have asked for better games, huh?
No, definitely not. They definitely got it right with the selecting of the team. Even though you could have thrown Georgia in the mix, because they had a pretty good showing too. But my only question is, Alabama tried to get that. Had they had that fourth down, why would you do a quarterback sneak up the middle?
Thank you. I think if we knew watching at home what they were going to run, Michigan knew. Everybody knew it was quarterback sneak. Don't you think? That was the worst play call. I agree. That was the worst play call Alabama could have run, because Michigan expected Milroe to take it on the sneak. Stupid call.
Very stupid.
But give Michigan's defense credit. They were down in that game. Came back. Blake Corum, tough runner for a little guy. And then, I got to be honest, man. I watched Washington and Texas after. Michael Penix has one of the best deep balls I've ever seen. The way he is so deadly accurate with those bombs is unreal.
Yeah, I think
right in the numbers.
I think whoever's getting him next year is gonna have the quarterback of the future, not this guy. Williams.
Yeah. That guy, if he isn't a top 5 pick, I won't believe it. Unless he really blows it in the combine. I can't see how he's not. See, I think the combine stuff's overblown.
Oh, yeah.
About how they run or what they said and blah, blah, blah. Like that was, we talked about Nakua. That was the knock on him, that he isn't fast enough. Let's see, he runs great routes and has fantastic hands. Sounds like a guy I know named Jerry Rice, who they said wasn't fast either. It's about what they do on the field, man.
That's one thing that thing does not judge. You can never judge a person's heart.
No.
You got to watch him live playing, not doing these, lifts and runs, and it's you gotta see their heart on the actual playing field.
And then, as a perfect example of don't go by combine numbers, I'm going way back so people listening that are older will know. Remember Tony Mandarich? Green Bay Packers, number 2 overall pick, had numbers off the chart. Height, size, speed. Everybody, this is a can't-miss prospect. He missed. He missed bad.
Yeah, he was always blowing out a knee, wasn't he?
Yeah, because he was, and he admitted it, he was always roided up. Believe it or not, I had a medical. I did a story once. I don't know if you remember it, Kenny. In the Sentinel, where I talked to a kinesiologist, those sports weight exercise kind of people.
Okay.
And they said, if you want to know who's going, If you want to know who's actually probably doing steroids in football, look at any athlete that has repeated knee injuries.
Mm.
Because he said, when you're doing steroids, the muscles grow, but the tendons don't. They are tendons. They can't grow. So the muscle gets so big and the tendon snaps.
Mm.
Mandarich always had knee tears.
Oh, yeah.
Always. Don't go by numbers. Go by what I look at what they do on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Penix. Oh man, you cannot teach deep balls like that.
Mm-mm.
Can't. He's got it. He's got it.
He never seemed to get flustered either. You
No.
know, like you see some quarterbacks.
No, at all. Not at all. Like I'm worried about Jaden Daniels. I know he won the Heisman Trophy, great athlete and stuff, but he's a runner.
Mm.
And you know what happens to running quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
Even Jalen Hurts stopped running after a couple of injuries. So who do you like in the championship game Monday?
I know who I'm going for. I'm just afraid that it might be the wrong team, but I'm going for Washington. You know, Husky all the way.
I think it's Michigan. For one reason, when I look at teams like this, I go by defense. And that Michigan defense, it's been number one in the country all year. And Washington has not faced a defense like this. It's good, though. I think it'll be a good game.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And if they do win it, it'll be a nice swan song for their head coach, because it looks like Harbaugh's heading to the NFL.
That's what they're saying. If he wins it, I wonder where he'll go.
Oh, I don't know.
He's weird.
Yeah.
But he's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
He is a winner wherever he goes.
I've heard rumors of Chicago, Indianapolis, and Los Angeles, the Chargers.
Chicago would be perfect for him.
Mm.
Or because I like Shane Steichen at the Colts. I don't think they're going to give up on him. If he goes to the Bears, he played for the Bears.
Yeah. Well, that's how he started, right?
Yeah, that'd be perfect for his attitude. But you cannot deny, whether you like Harbaugh or not, you can't deny his ability to coach. Look what Michigan's done. Look what Stanford did when he was there. Look what he did with the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Well, didn't he coach Division II school too? And championship. So.
Guy's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be interesting. I think, I don't know, Chargers, LA, and that's fine, but I don't know. He seems to me like a Bear guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another Dicka type.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what.
I know Chicago would love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Eberflus is just not doing it for him.
No, he's out.
Now, I listen to Radio Chicago all the time, and every time you turn it on, you know, he might be a nice guy, but he can't coach. And, you know.
Yeah, fans can be brutal, man. Brutal.
Do got one thing to question you about here with football, if we're talking about college. Are you as pissed off as I am on how terrible the NIL
sucks.
The portal that's killing the bowl game.
It is. Did you see that? And I'm not making this up.
Mm-hmm.
Over 1,000 kids entered the portal after the season.
Mm-hmm.
1,000.
And one was this is what the one that gets me is the quarterback for Ohio State. He jumps into the portal after having the season he did to go to Syracuse.
Because it isn't about teams or winning anymore. It's become like pro. It's about freaking money.
Mm.
Do you know what they said? This is a high school kid.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Raiola is the number one quarterback in high school football. The number one recruit. I mean, not the number one recruit, but the number one quarterback. He was going to go to Georgia and went to Nebraska right at the last minute. Excuse me. On recruiting day, he flipped.
Oh, wow.
Well, yes, his uncle coaches there.
Oh, okay.
But that wasn't the reason. It is rumored that the Nebraska high school kid, remember that in your brain, Kenny, that they gave him $1 million to $2 million to sign with them. Wow. Right out of high school.
Oh, man.
Like I've told you before many times in this show, it is freaking ridiculous. And I don't want to hear colleges say it's about education, because it's not. It's about money and winning. Winning brings TV money. It's bullshit. Giving a high school kid $1 million. You know what you're going to have? Spoiled little brats who don't know how to live right, because they'll blow all the money.
Well, they were saying today, Caitlin Clark, basketball player for Iowa.
So good.
She is, but they said that if she were to go and opt to go the WNBA, she'd have to take a pay cut. NIL.
Crazy.
It is.
That is one girl that's legit.
Oh.
Did you see her almost half court shot yesterday? Oh, my Lord. But yeah, I can't stand this stuff. I can't stand this stuff.
You know, my wife, she's a sports person, and she doesn't get upset at all about stuff. But boy, that Penn State game and how many Penn State players decided not to play, boy, she was complaining up a storm about that. And I just wanted your thought, because it takes away. Look at Florida State, Georgia. I guess there was quite a bit from Florida State. And
yeah, a lot of their team, they got their asses kicked, but a lot of their team, what people don't realize, they see the score and go, see, Florida State didn't deserve to be in the CFP. Well, yeah, most of their damn kids didn't play. Their backup quarterback entered the transfer portal. Starting quarterback had a broken leg. They were using their third-string quarterback in a bowl game against Georgia. What do you think was going to happen? I understand it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I think that's going to change, though, with the tournament. Tournament.
Oh, yeah, people will definitely, yeah, I agree with you.
Well, why I think it's going to change is how the NFL will feel about it. If this, going for the national championship, forget like playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl. If you're going for a national title in this tournament and opt out, what's that say? What's that say? Are you going to go to the play and say, no, I don't want to get hurt, so I'm not going to play in the playoffs when you get to the NFL?
Yeah.
No, I don't think NFL scouts and GMs will like it if guys set out the tournament. So I think it's because these bowls are minor. They don't want to get hurt. I do not think you will see that next year. Now, you might see it because, you know, there's too much money. They're still going to have bowls.
Right.
And I think you'll see opt-outs like crazy there of guys not playing. But when you get to the 12-team tournament, they're going to play.
So hopefully it does, work itself out.
Yep. But
oh, and did you see I know I'm just complaining like crazy today, but what is the deal with like Pop-Tarts and Frosted Flakes and mayo? Instead of dumping Gatorade on people, now we're dumping mayo.
Yeah, I would never let. I know he was happy to win, but that coach, I think it was North Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, I would never let mayo be dumped all over my head.
No way. And then they had that freaky thing with the Pop-Tart. They had a real Pop-Tart up top, and then they pretended like they wound it down into a regular Pop-Tart, and then the team came over and started eating the Pop-Tart. And it was
well, these guys, everything's a participation trophy now. Forget excellence. They don't want excellence. I was watching today on YouTube. You know, I make no secret about it. I'm a UCLA fan, football and college basketball. I was watching the 1973 game between UCLA and USC. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
USC won 23-13. But to show you how different it is, it jumped out on me. There was, there was only like 7 or 8 bowls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
UCLA that year went 9-2 and didn't go to a bowl. 9-2.
Jeez.
Minnesota was 5-7 and went to a bowl. We went from having 7 or 8 bowls where the regular season actually meant something to now this year there was 42 bowl games.
Jeez.
42, buddy. What do you think about that?
No, I don't know.
There's 168 Division I schools. Right? 168. 84 go. Half the schools in Division I football go to bowls. Bull crap.
Yeah. Now, I did like the fact that Liberty made it. They're Division II, aren't they?
No, they're 1 now.
They're 1 now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got mushed.
Yeah, they did. They did.
45-6.
But
mushed.
You don't see them in these bowl games very often. So,
but man, I don't know the way those 2 games were. I can imagine what Monday night's going to be like ratings wise for with all that.
Mm-hmm.
That the anticipation. It's going to be a great game.
Yeah, that might have as many viewers as some Super Bowls in the past year.
How about it? Like Super Bowl 1. You could even buy tickets. I mean, it wasn't even filled. So yeah, can you believe the time though? It's like we got 1 more week of the NFL regular season.
Wow, that's sad.
And then it's I don't know. I told you I'm not much of a basketball guy, but I am impressed with that skinny tall kid. Is it Wembayana?
Yeah, San Antonio.
Did you see that dunk from the top of the keys thing?
No, I didn't.
He's got such a freaking wingspan. It's like crazy. You know, it looks like he's got. Remember Mr. Fantastic and the Fantastic Four?
Yep.
It looks like he got arms like that.
Oh, jeez.
But hey, whatever. So, what do you got coming up this week?
Oh well, I'm actually finally getting back into full force here if the weather cooperates. I'll be tomorrow. I will be covering State College girls against Williamsport, and Friday might be the wrestling meet there in Tyrone. Saturday might be Juniata meet or the Tyrone meet.
It might be snow.
Yeah. And then if it's not canceled, I got a Belfont girls game that night. So yeah, I got a lot going on. Mother Nature better help a little bit, but and then we'll just go from there. Oh, I wanted to say congratulations to the Mifflin County swim team. They actually got back in action here yesterday, so it's good to see that program back up and running. So.
Yeah, I know they're low on numbers, but it's good that they're back.
Yeah.
For those who in the Mifflin County area listening, the Husky Hotline tomorrow night is at an earlier time. It'll be at 6 p.m. instead of its normal 7 because 7 is Penn State men's basketball. We will have Wade Curry, Mifflin County boys basketball coach on. I don't know. He may bring some kids. He may not. But that. And then Friday, I got the Grizzly Doles, Mifflin County.
Nice.
And the Juniata pulled Doles of Juniata.
Cool. I have a update.
Go.
Mifflin County girls are, I believe, now 5-5. They won tonight, 49-43 over Lower Dolphin.
Nice.
So good win there at the
A win.
Dolphin. Yeah.
Awesome.
So,
Do you have any shout outs, bud?
I got a few.
All right. Hold on.
Okay.
Got to do the music always. Feeding the ducks. Feel the groove.
All right.
Feel like doing some Barry White stuff.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
I love you, baby. Come over here, baby. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. The first one I kind of went over earlier, but the Mifflin County boys basketball team, shout out to them. Picked up a good hard-fought win, knocking off previously undefeated Central Mountain. Man in the middle, Jaden Bilger, with I believe a 30-point-plus effort. So congratulations. Hopefully they'll get a win tonight at Lower Dolphin. We'll find out later on.
Yes.
The next shout out is East Juniata basketball player Sarah Brackville. Brackville led all scorers in the Tigers' overtime win against Juniata Christian. She finished the overtime game with 11 points. So great job there. You took care of this one, Parker Kearns. Got the 152 pound win over the weekend at the Neil Turner. He also finished second, right, at the King of the Mountain.
Yes, he lost to Reagan Milheim of Warrior Run, who was state runner-up in Double-A last year. His only two losses have been to good kids. He lost to Griffin Walliser, who's ranked second in the state at 1. Walliser dropped down second in the state at 145. He lost to him 6-4. And Milheim, who's number 1 at 52, he lost to him 3-2. That's it.
Wow, that's pretty good. How's his brother doing?
Still with the leg injury and that infection. Hopefully we'll see him in the lineup on the weekend. I'm hoping for it. And they also have Blake Allmiller out. Allmiller was hurt, his foot or ankle, got back in the lineup, and then got hurt again. So hopefully they'll both be back soon.
Be nice to have them at full force again.
You bet.
Juniata is next. They secured a first place early on here in the District 6 with a win over Bellefonte. So congratulations to Coach Foss and the girls for their season so far and being able to stay healthy and getting into the number 1 spot there. And then the last one is the Mifflin County swimmers, Ava Kelly and her teammate Addie Parson, both finished with top 5 finishes in their respective classifications in swimming. So nice little start out for the swim team and those 2 swimmers. So that concludes my shout outs.
All right. Awesome. One other programming note for Wrestling Nuts. 2 good dual meets coming up on Friday. Oklahoma State, ranked number 11, takes on 4th ranked North Carolina State. That's going to be at Friday at 7 o'clock on ESPNU. And Saturday, the Nittany Lions are back in action, number 1. They take on number 18, Oregon State, out in Oregon. And that will be, I believe it's, 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern time. And they will, and that's on, I forgot. I even had it in my head. I think it's on, ESPN Plus or something like that. So either way, it won't take long. Penn
No.
State will roll. All right. Anything else, buddy, before we wrap this up?
No, just welcome to the new year, and thanks everybody for listening. We're gonna make this the best year yet here. So just hang with us, and thanks again for listening.
Yep, we're working on some good guests that'll be coming, and that'll be fun. All right, that's going to do it for now. For Kenny Varner, I'm Brian Carson. Thank you for listening, everybody, and have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. And if we do get the snow, stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to you later. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.